welcome to the channel, Painters World, Alam Kabati channel. I'm very happy.
Okay.
I'm glad that I'm having you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for hosting me today as your guest. First of all.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
It's a long time to be together.
Yeah, it's a long time. Yeah. So let me start. Who is Laurens? Tell me like your art background and Laurens as a person. Huh?
Okay. I'm called Laurens Jhon Sagule. I'm from South Sudan. Right now, I'm living in Egypt, Cairo. I'm an artist for last 14 years. I'm an artist, but I started painting since I'm in primary school. But since I'm in primary school, but I didn't know how much the importance of the arts. But as I say, from last 14 years, I come and realize that the art is very important. That's why I practice my work here in Egypt.
So you become an artist since like 14 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So you were from South Sudan and now you are in Egypt. So
Yeah,
tell me like what is like tell me what's like being an artist in another country, like as a refugee. I think you are a refugee there, right? So
Yeah.
being an artist and a refugee.
Being an artist in another country and at the same moment you are refugees, it's really very hard to show your art to the world or to show your work even to the country that hosting you, because you will not have a good space or good chance to show to the people how works you are, how talented you are. This is the problem. The challenges are getting me here in Egypt as an artist, because my work, I will just work it, and this is limited. To sell it is very limited. But if it's back home, you'll be fine, because it's your home. You will move normally. You will have chance to enter any exhibition. But here, it's very difficult, because at the same time you are refugees, and the refugees, they have limited to exhibit this in different galleries. This is the challenges that getting me here in Egypt.
So what is the main challenge? I want you to tell us, like I want you to tell the rest of the people who has been an artist and a refugee. What could be the main challenge?
The challenges that getting me here in Egypt, for example, like these paintings that I have behind me, now I have about it's almost going to one year. Nobody asked about it, even though I post in my page in Facebook or Instagram. Those who are outside, they will, especially Instagram, those who are outside, they will ask. But how to get this painting to be sent to them is difficult. First of all, they will ask, do you have a bank account? I don't have. They will, how can you manage to, okay, I will send, like, for example, if I want to send it, I don't have like access to send to them. But that's why I say that this is the challenges that getting me. And the second challenge is getting me how to buy the materials is very difficult. Unless you have something in your hand, you'll buy the materials. But if it's back home, you will have support from any artists, like the arts friends. For example, as you yourself, when we have been together in South Sudan, we are helping each other. You don't have colors, I will bring for you colors. But here is difficult. You must stand on your own. This is the difficult or challenges that getting me here. I will paint, no market. My colors finished, no help's coming. The little that I get, I'll serve it for my rent and for my food.
So Lawrence, I think I think you have been in Egypt before we met in South Sudan, right? So
Yes.
For you, you know Egypt, and So as you now, you are like, I have never seen you complaining about being an artist and a refugee. But now I can see how difficult it is to be an artist and as a refugee. Now, I want you to tell me, what do you do, like for living, for example? So you are not a full-time artist, I think, right? So what do you do?
Right now, I'm not full artist, and I'm half artist. I have time. If I have time, I'll work as my work as an artist. I love arts, to send message or to show my culture, but I'm not full artist time. Because if I become a full artist time, I will get hard time to survive here in Egypt. That's why I do several different jobs. Doing
so
different
I want you to tell me like I want you to show me Lawerene, the Lawerene I know, like the funny guy and the smiley, like this one. Huh? I don't want you to complain about, like, let's talk. Okay, it's good to complain, but there is a lot of challenges that, but so for example, like, tell me, where do you work, for example?
I'm working in a club right now. It's called CSA, it's a Cairo Society Association. It's a club that used to get it's like a place of charity to help the refugees, getting for them the jobs that are like house girls, cleaners, like nannies. And if sometimes you have people who have, like for me, I have Egyptian driver licenses. If I get the chance to drive in Egypt, then I will go through that office. This is where I'm working. It's a place where people even go to make their exercise of gym. This is right now where I'm working. And specific in that place where I'm working in a small shop. It's similar to be like a gallery, but it's not like a full gallery because it's selling so different things, even including paintings. But the paintings that we have there in this shop where I'm working is not a live painting. If I say a live painting, it's mean that I mean the original one, not the photographer, because you'll find I have like the painting that behind me. This is the original. I painted. But some people will just snap and make it become a painter. That's why I mean by live painting. Yeah.
Yeah, they repeat it.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ask you directly, like how is art and everything. We are going to come to this one, but like I want you to tell the people that who are like watching us.
I didn't get your point.
I'm saying I don't want you to ask you directly, like how is art, how you be an artist or something. We are going to come to that point. But now I want you to tell the people, like you are an artist, for example, and you want to paint. Like when you go home, you want to paint. Huh? No, you get tired at work. So how do you manage these things?
Okay, as an artist, really my time is limited. But I used to work my artwork after I come from work, because I live with my friends. I used to start my artwork at 4 a.m. Because as an artist, I need a quiet place. I don't need noise. I need a quiet place with a backup of music, like classic music behind I'm doing my art. Because if I'm working, there's people who moving around me, asking me questions, what, and at the same time, when I'm doing my artwork, will confuse me, will not give me that mood of working to be as an artist, need the mood of quietness. Because at that mood, I will be able to express my feelings, what I have, I feel inside me, I'll bring it out through my artwork. That's I start my artwork at 4 a.m. Or sometimes, if I'm alone at home, I know that they all go to jobs, like my off days. I will be alone at home. Nobody will interrupt me. I will take this opportunity and do my artwork.
Okay, now let me bring you to South Sudan. Yeah?
Yeah.
The first time, I think the first time we met in South Sudan was like you were working as a manager in a restaurant when you were planning an exhibition. So tell me that experience.
Yeah, the time when I'm in South Sudan, when I was in South Sudan, I'm working as a manager in a restaurant. I managed to work to be a full artist because there I work from 8 to 2. From 8 to 2. And then from, I divide my time. From, I come back home at 3. At 4 p.m. I will start doing my arts work every day, even in my holidays. But here, because I'm working 12 hours, this is different. But in South Sudan, I'm working 8 hours. And even though that I'm working under someone, because I divide my time. But here, the whole time, the whole 12 hours that I have in the morning, it's just, I'm going to work. This is a difference between South Sudan and here.
Oh, okay. It was like when you were back home, huh? And there is an environment of like feeling at home, and you can do whatever you want, and you can meet whoever you make you comfortable. So let's come to an art now. Like, why do you become an artist? Like, why do you want to be an artist?
Actually, I become an artist is a talent, and I love it. I'm not a graduate of university. My real work, I'm a hardware technician of IT. But this artist, the work of art, I knew myself that I become an artist when I'm in primary, as I told you from beginning. Usually when, for example, if you come to the time of physics or biology, the teacher used to call me, come out and draw for us this. This is the time that I discover myself that I'm an artist. But at that moment, because I didn't know the value of the arts, I just, even when after school I go home, I will draw in anything, I'll just crash it and draw it down. But as I told you, when I come to Egypt, I come and realize that the value of the arts. Because here, as you know, Egypt is really the ancient country. If you go back to the ancient Egyptian, you'll find that Egypt is the center of you'll find there's so many things that before the time of Pharaoh, you'll find the Egyptian mammals, Egyptian fly. These are all you'll find that in the shape, they put it in the shape of the pictures. But this is really talking about the history of Egypt. Then that's why I realized that really these people leave these things to people to know what is called how Egyptian before they communicate to each other and to show their culture. That's why I come and discover that I'm an artist by support of my friend. He's a graduate of one of the Egyptian university. He's called Wilson. He's a graduate of art. He is the one who support me that you are talented, but you want to keep up so that you will prove your work. That's why until now, I will say he's my teacher because he's the one who encouraged me and to make me to know that I'm really talented in the place of art, in the position of become an artist. And then I discovered that here in Egypt, at that moment, since I entered in Egypt, I know how the value of the arts. And the funny thing is that in Egypt, when I come here and discover myself, I'm become an artist, and I have still that mentality that is arts only for selling to gain money. This is what because the situation is pressing you here to do, you just make your arts you want to sell. But you finally, when I come and discover that arts is not only selling to gain money, but arts is something that you send a message to show to the people the message. And then, like for example, this painting, the message behind this painting is the title is called "The Bandage After the War." Because
So tell us about that painting now. You show us
okay.
the painting and tell the people, yeah.
This is the painting.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this is the painting. The elder sister and the senior brother and the siblings, they are together. This painting, I painted this. I see it when I was in South Sudan after we get our independence. And sometimes people will say that if there is a peace, it just means that it's not just matter the war, because the gun is the silence of the guns. But this painting, I named it the bandage of the war, because after war, there is difficulties will get people. So many things. For example, this painting, these are the family. They lost their parents, both sides, mother and mom. They lost them. The elder sister has become the mother to her brothers. That's why, and the young brother is telling that there is hope for tomorrow. Not means that because we lost our father and mother, we don't have chance for the life. That's why I say the bandage after war, something that you find yourself, you're already inside it, but you don't mean to be an orphan. That's why I say the peace is not meaning that the silence of the guns. Peace really needs something that those who lost their parents, they will have courage, and they have to think for the better future. To have opportunity to go back to school, to have opportunity to living a better life, because during the time of war, they lost their parents, they lose hope. That's why that if we have a peace, let us forget the past. Let them have opportunity for the better life. That's why I said the bandage of war. Something that you are carrying since your childhood, you are carrying with it. You didn't know how to finish from it. That's why these families now is suffering. They lost their parents. They're now thinking that this is the end of their life. That's why I name it the bandage of war. And then about this, this one is talking about this painting. One day I'm on my balcony, I see my neighbor, they are fighting. Actually, as you know, we here in Africa, I just draw it, I make the walls, and I put a sample of cat and a sample of dog.
Can you go to that painting? We want to see that one, yeah? Clearly. Yeah.
This is the painting. Yeah. This is the cat, and then this is the dog.
Okay.
Yeah, why I put cat and the dog? Here in Africa, we know that the cat and the dog, they will not be together unless you train them. That's why I name it, don't be a horrible neighbor. We're supposed to have to become a good neighbors, because a neighbor is the first one that any trouble when happen to you, it's not your brother will come first to you, but your neighbor is the one who come first to help you. That's why I name it, don't be a horrible neighbor. As we know that cat here in Africa, cat and the dog will not be together unless you train them. So that we need to train ourselves to our neighbors so that we will become nicely. And at any time, the time of trouble or time of happiness, you will find the neighbor is the one who come and comfort you first than your brother. That's why I say that don't be a horrible neighbor, be a nice neighbor. This is the story about this painting. Because in life,
tell me, go ahead. Because
in life, you will find yourself like here. Here in Egypt, I'm living in a place called Maadi, and my junior sister is living in Maadi, Sakanat. From here to my sister's house is 30 minutes. But my neighbor, if something happened to me, my neighbor is going to help me the first, even though what kind of him, what color of his, what color, what type of the religion. But he's no matter what is his domination, he's the first one to help me. That's why my message to anyone there outside there, don't be a horrible neighbor to your neighbor. Be a nice. Like sometimes be free. be free to have friends and to have good neighbors.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Laurence. So tell me, let's come to art now. Painting, like for example, as I know you are an artist, you are a painter, and you are not like photorealistic or realistic painter. So for other people, like to be a painter, they think they have to be a realist. Okay, there are compositions that you have to know, the lines, the perspective, and the horizon and stuff. But since I know you've been painting like this one, and I can see you are successful on these things. So how does it come as an artist? Why don't you paint realistic painting in short?
Okay, I can do the realistic, but the issue is that when I do realistic, I will not express what is inside me, because realistic will take me, oh, I see my friend Meron, I just want to draw Meron. Will not give me what is inside me. What I'm doing, the abstract, will give me the mood that I have inside me. I will reveal it out. But realistic, I will just focus on what I see. This is what is usually make me not to draw a realistic. Because go on. You want to
okay. No, continue, no problem. Go ahead.
Because I try to do several paintings like realistic, but I'm not feeling comfortable because I don't want to lie to people. Because as we, the artists, anyone there, if an artist, if he's a singer or a painter or an actor, he always want to reveal the truth. That's why I don't want to do something that I could not do it, to lie to the people, to say that I'm an artist. If you're kind of this artist or actor or singer, you are deceiving yourself, because an artist always reveal the truth. Because we are sending a message. Okay. And the artist is someone like a messenger.
Yeah, I'm going to show you a picture, and you are going to tell me about that one.
Okay, sure, no problem.
How you can see this one? Huh? Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see. This is Meron and Lawrence, Deng and Samuel. Exactly, I remember this picture where this is in John Garang International School. Yeah, this is in
Who are these people?
These people are my best friends, and they are artists. Most of them are like Deng and Samuel. They are graduates of arts college. I know them, especially Samuel. I know Samuel since when I was in 2003, when I was in Egypt. Then when I go back to South Sudan in 2013, we met there together. And then Deng, I knew Deng through Samuel, and I knew Meron through Deng. And there is another one missing in this picture. It's called Hassan. He's from South Sudan, no, from Northern Sudan. Hassan is not there, because at that moment when we took that picture, Hassan is already in Northern Sudan. He went back home because he's from Northern Sudan. And I remember the time that we were in that picture. We were planning to make an exhibition in Juba University, in French Cultural Center.
So when I see about this picture, when I see the picture, like Dane Lawrence and Samuel in the middle, I think like what brings us there was like the love for art, right?
Yeah, that's why.
As you were saying, don't be a naughty neighbor. Huh?
Yeah.
So, and to become a friend, you don't need to be like from the same country or the same ethnic group. So tell me something about this thing.
Yeah, exactly what I will say about. That's why I say from beginning that any artist must be someone who will speak the truth. Because to become a friend to someone, no need to be from the same tribe or from the same country. No need for that. Especially if you are artist, this is coming automatically. Because someone who is artist have the heart of loving anyone. Because someone who is artist, he will able to live in any environment. But if you are artist there, you are not able to live in any environment, check yourself. Is it, do you have that love? Do you have that love? You know, if any artist that will not live in any environment, he have something wrong with him or with her.
Okay, let's come to this now. You are telling me like an artist can live in any environment. And another people tell us like artist is like crazy. Tell me about this thing. Are we crazy?